Movie night with JL Media is back. It is Hamilton 16 IMAX at the Goodrich Quality Theaters in the beautiful Hamilton Town Center. Miss Mandy, it is time for it.
It is time for it. It is time.
It is time.
Pumped.
Are you a Stephen King fan?
You know, Stephen King kind of scares me a little bit.
You're supposed to. That's what he does. Yeah.
But I don't really know if I like being scared. But yeah.
Really?
Yeah. But it's okay.
Well, you're married, so we know you're a risk taker.
I am a risk taker.
There is that, right?
Clowns, though, clowns are. Oh, that's something in another realm.
The clowns never scared me. I mean, it's not the fact that this Pennywise is a clown that scares me.
The whole thing's scary to me. But yeah, it's okay. But you know what? But we're here on our new night.
It is Thursday. Do not adjust your dials. We are here on a Thursday night. We're going to try Thursdays from here on out and then see how things go. Fridays did well with us.
Fridays did awesome. We're hoping Thursdays will do even better. We might as well just do opening night. I mean, the movies are released on Thursday, so we are here on opening night.
It is opening night for It, Stephen King's remake of the 1990 miniseries.
Yeah, I'm pumped.
Yeah. It's interesting, though, the crowd in the lobby here waiting for the movie is a lot quieter than Friday night. Friday night, they're more rowdy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's a good crowd, though. Lots of people have come up and talked to us, and I like Thursday.
It's because of that dress you're wearing is why they come up and talk to you.
That must
Would
be
you
what
like
it
to
is.
introduce our guests? I was trying to kill a minute or two.
I would love to introduce our guests. So first up, we have I feel like she's like one of the hostess with the mostest kind of thing because she's kind of become a regular on here. But we have Heather Woods of Into the Woods by Heather, our good friend. She's back.
She's back.
Yeah.
There we go. I forgot she moved microphones on.
Yeah, I did. There it is. Now I can hear.
Yeah.
I tried to say something to him, but he was on his phone playing around. He wasn't listening to me.
So we're glad to have Heather, and then we've also got Nick Hinton from Hinton's Pig Chips on the air with us.
Howdy, y'all.
Well, Nick is not going to be just a guest here. He's going to be a reoccurring guest on a few different shows because JO Media is going to try and do a little something with this young man. He has an amazing product out there, and yes, I did try it over a bar, and I was drinking PBR.
It's an appropriate setting and beverage.
It's actually perfect setting. Real quick, tell us about Hinton's Pig Chips because these things, the flavor is amazing.
Oh boy, where to begin? So, I was eating.
Just give us a rough draft. We don't have to go how you got started just yet.
I won't give you an ear beating. But I was playing around with some snacks in my kitchen that had kind of upset me, so I decided to take matters in my own hands and make them from scratch, and wound up with something that even my wife said she would spend money on. So that sounded like a ringing endorsement to me, and I guess the rest is history.
Are you a cook?
No, I've got zero formal training.
See, I like to cook. I enjoy cooking, but never would I try and take something that's already kind of done and redo it.
Call me foolish or maybe just brave. I don't know. But, it's
but you
working out.
are an entrepreneur, and you have you got a big jump on it already. Things are going well.
Yeah, only been at it since March and already in, let's see here, a handful of local markets and breweries around town. I'm in Mashcraft down in Greenwood and New Day Cider and Meadery in
Very
Fountain Square.
nice. Very nice.
That's awesome.
Are you looking at other breweries now? Are you talking with anybody?
Yeah, I'm trying to talk to the people over at Daredevil in Speedway.
Oh, that'd be a good place.
Oh, yeah, I'm a fan of their products for sure.
That's awesome. Well, Johnny, it's a small world, too, because he has connections to the show. He knows my sister.
Oh, really?
He does. They were friends in high school.
We went to high school together.
Wait, are you still friends?
Because
You don't have to claim her.
Mandy said not everybody stays friends with her. Oh, you haven't spoke to her in years.
No, not
Well,
quite
that
some time.
would be. I'm in trouble, aren't I? Courtney, I'm just kidding, darling. I love you.
Hi, Courtney.
Courtney gonna be mad.
She's probably listening right now. She usually does tune in, and I'm surprised. I'll be getting a text here pretty soon, I'm sure.
I hope so. Normally I get a text from Dan, but he is up here with us tonight as well. He was blowing it up last time.
Oh, my gosh. I thought I had an emergency on my phone. I looked down. I've got 12 messages. They were just from Dan.
That was beautiful. And we're looking at Mitch Ross over here. He is working the crowd. He is busy.
The line's been back to the door to get tickets.
Have you seen the theater over here? They're lined up down the hallway.
No,
to get
I
in
didn't
to see
look.
This thing. It is something. I went back there to grab a few chairs and had to wander through and look at a concert back there. Yeah.
Yeah, they're
absolutely
pretty
do.
busy tonight.
What's going on with Into the Woods while we're getting Mitch over here, Heather?
Hey, so I just got my fall scents in. Everybody wanted their pumpkin spice, blah, blah. I don't get into that as much as other people do, but I got it. I got it for everybody else.
I'm not a pumpkin anything.
I don't
know.
Yeah, I'm right with you there.
I'm
Johnny.
just not a big fan of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean...
Pumpkin pie, not unless it's got a pound of Cool Whip.
Well, I'm going to put Cool
Then I
Whip
can
on
eat it.
something, I'll drop a scoop of ice cream in a PBR and put some Cool Whip on it, but I'm
Right.
not really a Cool Whip guy.
See,
you know?
no, I do love some Cool Whip.
All right. Well, that's a perfect time to go ahead and give a shout-out to our JL Media sponsors while we're waiting on a couple of mics here. Pabst Blue Ribbon has come on board. JL Media today. They started with Brother Beercast about 3 years ago, 3.5, and they have made the jump to the parent company of JL Media, so they are now backing every show that we do currently.
Woohoo!
Quick shout-out to Sam Ash. Pretty much the same thing. They've been on board with Brother Beercast and made the jump as well. You know, we're using all their gear on all the shows.
Take the
we
lead.
might as well just go ahead and promote them on every one of them, right?
Right.
We have a new sponsor with Travel Agent Suze. She just came on board September 1st.
I'm going to need to talk to her soon.
So we need to welcome her. She not only can get you a great vacation at an amazing deal, you know, you'll get our special pricing, of course. She is a memory maker. She really does
That's
it.
awesome.
There's a lot of stuff going on her page. Check out her page, Travel Agent Suze. A very cool lady. I love her to death. Yeah.
That's not surprising. You love everybody,
I
Johnny.
do love everybody. I love everybody. I want to hug the whole world.
I do too.
Speaking of hugging the whole world, the man
Mitch.
himself, the general manager of Hamilton 16 IMAX, Mr. Mitch Ross.
I'm more of a high fiver myself.
Hey, buddy. I know it's awkward when I hug Mitch because he's not a big hugger like I am. But
He hugs me every time.
we had a few adult
Just
beverages.
saying.
That's a different thing. A much different thing.
That's how you get in trouble.
We were having a few adult beverages in Broad Ripple yesterday, and he got an awkward hug in the parking lot as we were leaving. I hug his neck. He goes, all right.
Now, whenever we say adult beverages, we do just mean the standard fare. All those beverages were fully dressed. It was completely appropriate.
Not in my mind. Not in my mind. Coming to the mic now, we had to start when he was on the way up here, and I did not get to meet him. Mike,
Yeah, how you doing?
how you doing, brother? Tell me about your business real quick.
Actually, it's a liquidation company. Basically, Bub's Liquidation Exchange, after the namesake, my little boy. He's kind of the boss, the 8-year-old boss.
Oh, wow.
He
Oh, wow.
Wanted to come tonight, but he had football pictures. So,
Okay.
but we basically just with online retail sales. 15, 20 years ago, a whole new market started with this liquidation thing. There's a lot of good merchandise that's returns, a lot of things that are overstocked, things like that. We're doing things a little bit different, though. We sell pallets of merchandise, but I'm actually doing a lot of it mobily, taking it right to people's homes,
Really?
to wherever they are, basically taking the showroom right to them. So little different approach. Keeps me moving all over the place and running a little late all the time, but I apologize.
Now, that's quite all right, brother. We were going to be here anyway. Now, do you always sell by the pallet, or can we adjust these pallets to our needs?
We sell everything.
Okay. Because I saw some of your pictures, and electronics I'm a sucker for, even if I don't need it, but I don't need like a dozen printers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, can we?
Just message me. We'll figure something out.
Okay. Everybody, he said just message him. Call the guy and see what's going on.
I'm looking for 5,000 fidget spinners. I feel now's the time to strike on that one. So if you can hook me up, man, I'll talk to you after.
Just check out.
Yeah, let's get
check
it
out
on
my little boy's room. There's probably at least 4,000.
Yeah, let's get in on that this week and see what happens next week, right?
You're right.
It is the movie It is Stephen King's remake. We're at Hamilton 16 IMAX for movie night with JL Media. It's a brand new night. It's Thursday. It is opening night for the movie, and this is where we're going to do it live. From now on out, we're contracted through 2018. We're going to try Thursdays, Mitch.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
Now, I saw some stuff online, brother. Did you already see this movie?
I have.
Okay. Now, no spoilers. You know how the show goes. Tell me how much you loved it, though.
I loved it.
So that's like a lot, right?
I loved it a lot.
Okay.
I'll tell you what. I haven't. I was mentioning this when I came over here today, but like I haven't read the book, and I realized I don't think I've read the book since I was 11 or 12.
Uh-huh.
And it brought back so many memories of like that period of my life and being that, because I was the age of these kids when I got into this book.
Sure.
And Stephen King in general. So it was very nostalgic in a lot of ways, and good performances, great dialogue. The kids they hired are awesome, and it's really good.
It's interesting.
It's a good movie. It's not just a good horror movie. I guess I'll put it that way.
It's interesting to see the crop of young kids that are now getting in these movies. I don't think 30 years ago we had that many child actors that were this good.
Yeah, and I mean we had a bunch of adults playing children. You
That's
think
true.
about like the Brat Pack; they were all like 25,
Yep.
playing 16.
Well, it worked back then for us, right?
Yeah, whatever. It's fine.
Come on, everybody's an Emilio fan,
Well,
right?
so many of
Judd
those
Nelson?
movies were R-rated, and they needed, in order to show R-rated content, people had to be 18.
Uh-huh.
So that's their workaround. I still think it's kind of sleazy to be like, pretend you're 14 and, do something icky.
Well,
But-
in the original, from the original miniseries, it was set in the 60s, and then it transgressed, when they became adults. Can you lead into this new movie? It's pretty much the same thing from childhood on, or is it all childhood?
It's all childhood.
I think I would like that a little bit better.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, well, remember, this is part one. This is a 2-part film.
Wait, what? Okay, this is the
Aw,
first.
dude, really?
I did not know this.
Yeah.
How did I not know this?
Well,
hate
I mean,
two-parters.
that's really how the book is, though. And I'm glad they didn't try and cram, an 1,100 or 1,000-page book.
Yeah, but then you got to wait for the next one. I don't
Yeah.
like
No,
waiting.
you get to wait for the next one. That's the whole thing. The anticipation, Heather.
We got so many movies in between. I'll be entertained.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So I'm wondering about part 2 already. We can't talk about part 2 yet. That's at least a year away, isn't it?
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know. I don't even know if they
You
must
see what I'm
be
saying?
shooting
The
it. But
waiting. You don't even know when.
yeah.
Tom Petty said
cut
it's
you
the
right
hardest
off.
part.
No, I was
Yeah.
gonna do that.
That's
joke.
what he did. Oh, I'm sorry, Mitch. I take it from
No, man. We can share the corn.
Mike. Are you a Stephen King fan, brother?
I can't say that I've read too much. I've watched a couple movies.
I don't
but
read them either. It's
Yeah, I'm
okay.
not I'm not a big reader unless it's social media.
Yeah, that's the way
Pretty-
everybody
pretty
is now.
guilty.
It puts
Yeah.
me to sleep.
Well, when
Yeah.
I was younger, I didn't have the dashing good looks that I do now. So I did.
That's a
Why are you
shame.
laughing at me, Nick? So I did. I
Like
did read a
fine
little
wine.
bit. I read. I think Misery was probably the last one I've read
That's
of his.
the last one I read.
Solid.
And the movies are. They always say the book is better, but
That was a good movie.
to me, it's a different feel. Actually, yes, absolutely. Is there a favorite Stephen King movie that you have?
I would say that's the one.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll never forget never forget that movie.
What about you, Nick?
Ooh, boy. No, we're talking movies specifically, right?
Well, yeah, movies
Okay.
specifically. Are you a Stephen King fan?
I've been a Stephen King fan since about 10 or 11 years old.
Uh huh.
Definitely reading his stuff way earlier than I should have been. But
Did it have an
movies,
effect on you?
Probably. I mean, I've got a real unhealthy obsession with clowns, so.
Your wife's nodding her head.
Yeah, she knows. She knows more than anybody. poor woman. But I really, really like. God, it's hard to choose. I mean, it's always been a good one, just because Pennywise is a great, great villain for sure. Shining, definitely a solid choice. I mean, the list goes on and on. I just love them all, really.
Right.
I mean, I don't love them all. They're not all good as far as works of film. Like
Sure.
like The Stand, for example. That's what, like a made-for-TV movie in like 1,100 parts. And sure, that was a real long book, but geez, like they missed the mark pretty hard on the on the televised version.
What do we know about this actor, Mitch? Bill Skarsgård. That's German. I can't pronounce it. It's got all those designs over the top of his last name. I don't know what that means. I went to public school. I don't know if you knew that about me. So, yeah, I don't know what all that means.
It's Norwegian.
Thank you.
That's what I know.
Okay.
And that's it.
Apparently, he's doing some. TV, is there a TV series called Castle Rock that I've never heard of?
I've heard of that.
Look like
think
we're
I have too.
halfway
But
through
I
the
don't
first
know what
season.
it is.
I
Heard
don't
those
have a
words
clue.
before.
Okay, actually,
Are
this
you-
guy's been in a lot of stuff that I don't know.
Are you talking about Pennywise?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. Okay. Well, first of all, let's talk about Pennywise for a second. Because I can do it without spoiling the movie. Has
Let's do
anybody
it.
else seen it, first of all?
No. Now, see,
Okay.
you're the only guy that works at a theater and can get in those extra VIP days. Was it today or last night?
I know
you
not
saw
of
it?
what you speak.
Okay. All right.
But I will tell you,
All right.
Pennywise is terrifying.
Do we have a backstory?
To Pennywise?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, I'll tell you what. Here's something you'll appreciate, Johnny. This, there are certain rules in the horror universe.
Uh-huh.
Like, you gotta tell a story. You have to do certain things. Like, don't do this if this monster's around, right? So, using Nightmare on Elm Street as an example, like, don't fall asleep or Freddy's gonna get you or whatever, right? Like, if you're fighting Jason, like, don't be anywhere alone ever,
Yeah.
right? So.
And don't have premarital sex if you're
Right.
Jason.
Don't join the babysitters
Let's see,
club if
there's-
Michael Myers is in your neighborhood.
Don't feed them after midnight or get them wet, stuff like that. Yeah, we get it.
Yeah. So that's one of the tropes of horror cinema, and this movie has that, and they do it so well and so consistently, and it's really good and it's fun. It makes it exciting for the audience because as soon as something starts to happen, you know what's coming, but you don't know what's coming. You know what I'm saying? So that makes it cool. And he's terrifying. I mean, man, the original film, Pennywise is scary. Pennywise is just a scary character. Anybody that wants to eat kids sucks.
Yeah,
But
that's not cool.
This guy, man, scary. I watched it by myself.
No, that wouldn't happen.
It was terrifying.
Not happening.
I was not acting like, the assertive man I should have been. I was kind of like, got my feet up. Like, how you turn into a little kid around scary stuff?
Yes.
Like, if my feet aren't touching the floor, nothing can get me.
It got you
know.
that much.
Yeah, it's scary.
Okay.
It's scary, man. And it's funny. It's really good flick. I enjoyed the heck out of it, if you can't tell.
Heather, as an adult, have you had a movie do that to you? Scare you that bad?
Yep.
Which one?
What was it?
I still have problems with the Nightmare on Elm Street movies too.
Oh, really?
Those scared me.
Okay.
Shut up, Dan. Those scared me as a kid.
Uh-huh.
And I can still have nightmares of Freddy. Scares me.
I
as
didn't
an
see
adult.
Nightmare on Elm Street for the first time until I was a
Oh,
year
I was
ago.
in like fourth
Oh, wow.
grade.
Because the trailer gave me nightmares as a kid. And my parents wouldn't let me watch scary movies, so I'd see the trailer and be like, whatever you do, don't fall asleep. And then you're like, well, shit, it's not. Oh, shoot, it's 9 o'clock. Time for bed.
It's your show.
Mitch, go to bed. And then,
There's movies we
Yeah,
watched.
terrifying.
Annabelle. That creeped me out, man.
Yeah, but as an adult, is there one that grabs you like that?
Those.
Yeah,
Those.
but
I mean,
I saw Annabelle Creation last weekend,
And
and
I-
that was a good movie.
some of those are
I was
really
surprised
freaky.
at how. Well, that's the best Annabelle, if you ask me.
Yeah,
Yes.
I like them. I love watching them, but
Uh-huh.
I do get the shit scared out of me.
Nick?
Yeah,
I let it go. I didn't say.
I don't shit, but well, I mean, I do, just not because of movies. But
I'm going to keep a stroke count, kids. Everybody owes me $1 when we're done.
here, take some pig
quarter
chips.
in
And
the
jar. There you go, buddy.
Started
Are we
that.
square?
It's my
I'm
fault.
good for at least
It's my
like 5
fault.
more.
Sorry.
See what you started?
No, but yeah, I mean, I love scary movies. I don't see myself being really frightened by anything. I'm holding out hope for this though, just because I mean that deep. I mean, Freddy was one of my favorites from way back being a kid. The psychological element, the getting inside of your head and probing for what scares you. Anything mental, like one that really gets trashed a lot. House on Haunted Hill, the remake.
Yes.
That movie, just the fact that it took place in a
It
an
is
insane
crazy.
asylum. Yeah, totally freaked me out.
Crazy.
But
People do those tours.
yeah, I'm
Oh,
blind.
come do, and I'm like, no, I'm good, dude.
See, I've done a couple of
Sign me
those,
up.
and
I'm
I've
so
done
good.
overnight stuff, and nothing really got to me. What about
Yeah.
you, Mike? Is there a movie as an adult that?
I don't know. I don't think it's really.
Wait, your son lets you watch movies, right? Bub he's 8 years old. He can't be
Yeah.
into the horror movies yet, right?
No, not so
Okay.
much. I wouldn't say it's scary as much as like Saw, the Saw movies.
I love those movies.
Oh man, I can't like.
Those are crazy.
Yeah,
They're
that's
not
bad
really
stuff to watch.
scary.
Yeah, it's not scary. It's
It's
different.
gory.
Than,
I
yeah,
think
you know it's
Hostel-
coming, and you're just
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh.
I think the
Hostel.
Hostel series was gorier than that, and they're all crazy.
Yeah.
You know
It's
what?
a
You know what?
visceral
You know what did it
response.
for me as an adult? Silence of the Lambs.
Really?
And it wasn't it was, I believe it was the music and the score. Things were happening you didn't expect to happen, and the music was just phenomenal. It was absolutely perfect.
Yeah, I
Good
can
score
see
makes
that.
a movie.
Absolutely. Mitch, Hamilton 69 Max. What's going on up here, brother?
Well, it's opening night for It, and we're super excited about that. We've been kind of slow the last couple weeks, so
You've
it's
been
good
busy
to
tonight.
Yeah, it's good to have people up here, and I think they're really going to like the show. I think it's going to be a busy weekend. So, we're just kind of getting into that, and we've got a ton of events and stuff coming up. Go to the GoodrichQualityTheaters.com tab and pull up the event schedule, and you'll see everything laid out. Our free fall movies are scheduled for that. We're starting a documentary season on September 12th. You can look at that. Our current flashback lineup, all our Fathom events, which includes things like the Jeepers Creepers 3 show.
The controversial Jeepers Creepers 3.
Indeed. The Studio Ghibli Film Fest. We've got Lupin the Third on there. We've got a documentary about Steve McQueen. The Met Opera, the ballet, all the different stuff we show is listed. And then, of course, we also have our, online ticket sales and everything that we're doing there. Speaking of which, Thor Ragnarok just went on sale today.
Oh, that's going to be good. I can't wait to see Thor.
It's going to be awesome, for sure. And so we're very happy we finally got tickets on sale for that. And I would say, no one said anything to me yet, but I'm assuming we're going to make an announcement about Last Jedi pretty soon, in the next month or so. But don't hold me to that.
Got you. What about the flashback series? I love the flashback series.
Well, this week's selection, Johnny, is Roman Holiday, the cinematic classic.
Absolutely.
We also have Dr. Zhivago, for those of you who like Zhivagos. To Catch a Thief, and then Rio Bravo. So we're kind of doing the classic movie thing. But I saw, there was another list I saw that said we might be showing Clue, and we might be showing a couple other, classics from the late 70s and early 80s. So I'm kind of excited about that.
Very cool.
And we just showed Unforgiven, which was awesome.
That's a great movie, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. Amazing.
How'd the fight go?
What?
How'd the fight go? You just had a
The fight.
Yes.
What? I thought he said something about a fat guy.
I said,
What?
I thought he said, how'd the fat go?
I
was
see.
like-
I heard something.
I was like, I don't.
Pamela, is that what you heard?
You turning into my mother? You starting to ask me about weight loss?
Pamela's listening from
You
a
gonna
different
fit
table
on the
over
plane
there.
to San Diego?
Me and Mitch always hear the
Man.
same thing.
Nick, I told you I do these things sober, and they just
It
don't
went
get
really
out.
well. We had over 100 people here for
I'm
the
enjoying
McGregor-Mayweather fight.
Uh-huh.
So it was awesome, and we had a good crowd, and people were in good spirits, and it was a lot of fun.
Did you lose any money personally on the fight?
No.
I did.
Well,
Anyway,
they said they had like what?
I think that was pretty much a given anyway.
10 million small bets on McGregor and 10,000 large bets on Mayweather,
Yeah.
and they still made their money. It's a dirty business.
Well, it wasn't like I wanted McGregor to win or anything. I was just talking trash with a buddy of mine, and I went so far I couldn't back down.
Oh.
And after a guy goes past a
You were
certain
digging a
point,
hole.
there's no
You're there.
stopping.
Yeah.
It's $20. It's not going to make
Oh,
me or break
okay.
me, but I couldn't shut up. You know me by now, right? When do we know about October? The flashbacks in October. When will we know about that? Because I want my movie back.
Yeah, pretty soon. There should be, like I said, I've already seen an updated schedule. It hasn't posted to our website yet. But I know we've got something cool in there for you in October. I'm not going to tell you what it is.
It's my favorite, isn't it? I've seen it at least 300
Look
times.
at him.
We
He
got
can't stand it.
we got a
Excited.
couple of cool things in there for you, John.
I've actually seen it twice in the last month.
Yeah, they were showing it again last night. I almost called you.
Halloween, the original 1978 version. I have to watch it a couple times a month. That's just a thing with me. I don't know.
October's cool. We've got Blade Runner 2049. The one I know a lot of our listeners are very excited about, My Little Pony movie. The Foreigner.
I'm ecstatic.
Starring Jackie Chan. Where I'm wondering how many bronies we're gonna have up here. You know what bronies are, guys?
I do not.
I have no idea what
These
you're
are
talking
these
about.
are
Mitch.
adults. Who
I've got 3 little girls. That's why I'm aware of the
yeah,
pony
that's
universe.
how I know about it. My daughter
Favorite's
likes.
Rainbow Dash. Just saying.
Right. And Butterfly or whatever her name is.
Shutterfly, thank you.
Shutterfly. Okay.
My daughter's 27. I have no idea what we're talking about.
So these are adults who love and are obsessed with My Little Pony.
Wow.
And so they have like their own conventions and stuff, and they all show up dressed up as My Little Ponies.
He said adults,
Wow.
right?
And
Okay, I
I'm
missed
just
that part.
kind of curious.
Like adults
men,
with children, or
Like
these
over-
are grown
Yeah, like-
men?
No.
Like-
This
like
is
over
their
18?
hobby.
Why's it got to be
Like
men?
adults?
Why can't it just be
I'm
adults?
just
Why-
assuming they're like princesses or
I got.
something.
That's a different thing you're thinking about.
I've got a lightsaber collection. He's got, 20 Rainbow Dash body pillows.
Shut
Wow.
up.
I'm saying that as an example because I saw a picture of a guy laying in a bed full of like My Little Pony body pillows, and I thought like that was pushing the hobby
Back
line.
to the
my
princess stage.
Like it's one thing to say I'm a Star Wars fan. It's another thing to say this is my Luke Skywalker body pillow.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Bordering on a furry there.
I used to collect VHS tapes and DVDs when they started, and I went digital, of course, so I really don't count the movies that I have, digital-wise. I think the only thing I collect is McDonald's packets in my car or something. Uneaten
addicting.
French fries on the
Not
floorboard is all
My
I got.
Little Pony body pillows.
I've not even heard of it. I
Guess
didn't
so
know
we're
it was
gonna
a
get Johnny
thing.
for Christmas.
Yeah, I know what's going to happen to him. I'm going to have to do a live video with Mandy with the thing, right?
There's actually a really cool documentary on the subject, and they follow a bunch of people, and they're just, nice people, just nerds.
So that's
but to
real.
me,
You didn't make this up. That's real.
no, man,
I thought he
I'm
was
not
going to-
nearly that creative.
I'm just waiting for you to.
I thought there was a punchline, too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a picture up on my phone and pass it around the table.
Hold on, I'm
It's a lot of fun.
Googling it.
Well, I can find a picture of anything on the internet. So
That's true.
I just wanted to make
Adults.
sure this is real.
That's true.
Yeah, be very careful.
I mean, we're
It
just
is movie.
brony.
I'm gonna just move right on while he's doing that. It is
Reel
movie
it
night
back
with
in.
JO Media. We are live from Hamilton 16 IMAX. Good rich quality theaters in the beautiful Hamilton Town Center. Thursday night, opening night for It, Stephen King's remake of did I
She saw photos.
misenunciate? Oh, okay. I
meet
thought-
the men
bronies.
who love My Little Pony.
Okay, see, this has got that's
I told you it was men.
okay. You're gonna get a virus on your phone just by going to that website if you're not careful. I'm not even sure what is going on over there.
Wonder what that would be called.
Okay, Mike, normally we don't Google a whole bunch of stuff on the show. And
This is too. I mean, this is too much. Not.
Well,
oh.
I want to
see,
know.
we've
I want to
lost
know
Heather
about
for
this.
the weekend now. She's going to be gone.
These pig chips I see on the table, brother.
Nick, let's talk about that.
let's-
bro.
let's learn
change the
about
subject
this.
right away.
Woo.
So yeah, basically what you're looking at there, within the confines of that crafty little paper bag. That's oh, thanks for turning me up a little, Johnny. Yeah, so those are somewhere between like pork belly and a pork cracklin. It's a really substantial pork cracklin, nice thick layer of fat and some meat attached as well.
Can I taste one?
Please rip that sucker open. They come
Oh,
in
I've been
3
waiting.
flavors. Got my original. It's kind of a garlic and cayenne. Not too spicy though. Got a spicier version of that. And then the barbecue, which is actually seasoned with Beach Bum Barbecue Rib Rub, which is available for sale at Tyner Pond Market in Irvington. Definitely worth checking out if you're into the barbecues.
Now, I met Nick at
Yeah, it's
a
real.
midday at a bar on the west side of town, and we had several beers, and we were passing that around after you left.
What's
Good.
the matter, Mitch?
Very
There were
good.
several of them in there.
You want to try one?
My crunching is very loud.
I didn't hear
They're
it.
super crunchy.
Oh no, Dan, get your own.
Get some, Dan. Try one.
Get you some.
Try the spicy. Go for it, man. Also got a soy option for our vegan friends. It's textured soy protein. So far, they come in the original and barbecue flavors.
That is very cool.
Oh, am I crunching?
No, you can crunch it.
Sounds amazing.
Does it give it extra? I mean, can you hear it?
Yes, we can. At least she's not talking about furries. What do they call them? Furries?
Bronies.
All right.
The night is young, Johnny. We can get to that.
I've Googled before, too, is all I'm saying, and I didn't see anything. Mike, what do you think down there, brother?
I don't know. I can't call it. she just confirmed it. My Little Ponies.
Okay. Something.
It's a My Little Pony like Comic Con, but it's a Pony Con.
These are really good.
Man,
Glad
these
you
are
like 'em.
really
And they're
good.
really crunchy.
And that means a lot from you, Heather, since you said you grew up on a pig farm. Is that right? Nice. Nice.
Oh, good.
So how'd you get into this?
I pretty much just stumbled right into it. I briefly mentioned it earlier. I bought some store-bought cracklins, too hard to eat. didn't taste very good. Threw them in a pan, crisped them up,
They
seasoned them up.
are horrible to eat.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah,
The last ones
thought I was
I
gonna break my
bought,
teeth.
yeah, they were so hard. I threw them away.
Well,
They're
instead
not
of
supposed to be that way.
No, I was gonna throw them away, and I started just kind of rendering out a bit more fat and throwing some a little bit of this and a little bit of that on them, and that
Yeah,
turned
that's
into the original.
excellent.
How long ago was this? How long have you been doing this?
March.
Wow.
Yeah, so pretty strong progress since then.
I
We're in
feel
like
like I
6
can
different
kill a
retail
vampire
locations.
right now with my breath.
Oh yeah,
but
that's some serious garlic.
It's really good.
You know what I like, Nick?
Like,
I like a
Exactly.
I like a big, big, thick.
Okay.
Go
And-
on.
You got to flow through the words, buddy.
Wow.
Otherwise,
There was not a comma there. I promise. My God.
dot,
We are
dot.
so in trouble here. And I met your boss today here too, by the way. That's so scary. What am I saying? A peanut butter cookie.
Okay.
A fresh peanut butter cookie.
I
when it's
saw that
real
one
moist.
coming.
Thank you, Mike.
Yeah,
Saw it, right?
I knew it. I knew.
But you know what I love on top of it? Ketchup.
What?
Wow.
Yes.
what?
Ketchup.
Wait,
Yeah, you
reel that back. What did you just say?
Yeah,
A
out
thick,
loud.
moist peanut butter cookie.
A cookie with ketchup?
Yes, I think it's just the difference in taste.
I
is
just threw up a
phenomenal.
little bit.
You know what I
Difference
also
in
love?
something.
The cheapest vanilla ice cream you can find barely has any flavor, and let it melt a little bit and use it as dip for cheese Doritos.
Oh,
Now-
well, see that I can get a
Now,
little bit more behind that. than
This
the-
and this is
ketchup on a
this is
cookie.
sober food. This is sober food. Now that being
How
said,
much worse does it get, Johnny?
never. Oh, I've already made fun of myself enough here. I can't embarrass myself anymore. That being said, I've never thought about turning it into a business or monetizing it. What was that jump for you that went from making things different and better in your kitchen to turn it into a business?
Honestly,
That was painful to get through to that question.
it was the road getting there, I think, was the problem. But honestly, it was my wife, Pamela. She told me that she would spend money on them, and that to me was like, I mean, it doesn't
Yeah.
get much better than that. I mean, she doesn't really get too excited about anything I do because I got a lot of harebrained ideas over the years.
It would probably be cheaper for her to go buy them as opposed to be making them, right? She's spending a whole lot of money on ingredients.
I bet
Oh,
they
she's,
wouldn't be as good.
she's not spending it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Her, and my daughters, all three of them, they rarely get them. So it's like,
Well, here, girl, I got you some right here.
give them out as samples
her
to all
those
my,
now.
all
So
my
these
podcast friends.
vegan snacklins obviously contain no meat,
Right.
and it's like a soy-based product, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I
Give
try
it a
one of
shot.
these?
Yeah, go
Dan
for it.
stole the hot and
I'm
spicy
super
ones.
curious.
I wanted to try a hot and spicy one.
Dan.
God.
While we're doing all
Dang it.
this, let's talk about Bub's liquidation. How did that begin for you, brother?
Actually, my best friend was buying these pallets. He had these big cardboard boxes, and he's just pulling out all kinds of stuff. And he's telling me the cost of them, and I'm like, "You bought all this for that?" And we just had a lot of fun. It took me about 5-6 months of actually of watching him, and I kept thinking, "What's the catch? There's got to be a catch." Well, there really wasn't a catch, so we actually closed our tire business that we'd had for almost 3 decades and went head first into this whole new wild life and adventure of liquidation. And it's a lot of fun. I mean, you never know what you're going to pull out of some of these pallets. I actually started out basically just digging through pallets and reselling on like eBay, a lot of online sales. And eBay is a crazy monster.
Yes,
But-
it is. Yes, it is.
But then I decided to start, honestly, I decided to start wholesaling to other resellers because in this industry, it's just not about customer service.
Right.
I mean, you're buying, it's kind of like if you don't want this, you're buying it for 5% retail. Someone else will, so just keep moving. And being from the tire business and always having a family business and 3 retail stores, I thought, you know what? Why does it have to be that way? So we're trying something a little different. We're trying to actually have customer service, and it's working out really well.
3 decades in the tire business,
Yeah.
and you walked away from it. Are you proud you did, or
Yeah,
any regrets?
Oh, no, I don't think so. There's probably days where,
A different animal.
Especially, completely, especially doing something I knew nothing about.
Yeah, it's kind of like me in these shows. I suck at them.
Yeah, but you gotta keep at it.
That's what I do.
And actually, we started delivering, and that was kind of different because I basically from wholesaling now, I'm just kind of looking at all the things that were horrible coming up and learning. Reselling, like I think 5 or 6 big pallets, Gaylords.
Sure.
I lost either due to rain on the way home or flying out of the truck. I mean, we've had some fun, not so fun times, but yeah, we started just kind of delivering, and now it's turned into I'm out delivering so much that it's kind of I could fit 12 to 14 of the big pallets with me. That's kind of part of the reason I was late trying to find a place to park out there.
12 to 14. How much merchandise
you got
do you
some pallets
move?
out there?
A lot.
Really?
Yeah, we've used the semi-loads we buy have about 26 of the big Gaylords. We're buying several of those a week.
Wow.
So what kind of stuff are we talking about?
Anything and everything. A lot of what we buy is like Amazon. Things that you would buy from Amazon. Like a lot of them, and people get scared from the word returns.
Yes.
Because I know like a lot of the auction houses and things, I've heard horror stories, which is why I'm doing what I'm doing now. Returns can be awful, but like with Amazon, it's kind of a food chain thing. Let's put it that way. How many times have these things been sold, and how many hands have been on them? And we, one thing about it that I'm definitely doing different, if there's pallets that I build a lot of these myself because I want to make sure when I'm selling my customers these pallets. I mean, if you're buying a pallet for $300, honestly, and you can't triple your money, I'm going to try to help you learn how to triple or quadruple your money pretty easily. If you can't off one of these pallets, you probably should find something else to do because the money is there. And I make sure that there's really no gamble. And I get it at first, but that's tough for people to believe. But generally, most of my customers now don't even ask what's on them. But I mean, you get anything from home goods to electronics to baby pet items, anything. I mean, anything you can think of. Yeah, we've
My Little Pony pillows.
We get My Little Pony nightgowns.
We need a pallet for Johnny for Christmas.
No, we don't.
Oh yes.
You get bit by that bug, you never know when you're pulling. We buy a $300, $400 pallet and can pull out an $800 item or something. I mean, we call that the bug.
So you buy these pallets and you don't even know what's on them most of the time?
No, we really like the unmanifested loads because here's the thing: if we don't know what's on them when we get them, chances are they probably don't either. So that's where the good stuff can be.
That's interesting. That's like almost like Christmas.
But when someone buys from him, they know pretty much what's on it.
They can. Transparency. That's another thing that's different. I'll hand them a box cutter or a knife and say, here you go, open them up. And the thing is, in this business, I mean, you're buying this stuff so cheap, you're always going to take someone else's trash.
Sure.
I mean, we take a lot of it. But that doesn't mean we have to give it all to you.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're going to get some things that maybe are defective. But, like especially with Amazon, a lot of this stuff is canceled orders before it even leaves the fulfillment center. So this stuff still gets processed as a return, or I would say 80 to 85% is all either brand new still in open box or of the returns. And then we get a lot of stuff. I mean, we buy from a lot of different places. So
you take a lot of it home? Come on now, you got stuff stacked up.
That's what we did. That's actually what
How many hoverboards do you got?
We did. We had. It was crazy. I mean, I can tell you stories like shipping from our house. I mean, that's where we did it. Shipping 300 items on Monday, and and it's like it's insane. It's 12 to 14 people in your house. Instead of Wally World, we called it Mikey Mart, and literally anything that we needed, just run upstairs and grab it. It was there somewhere.
What is the most unusual thing that you've come across?
Gosh, I don't know. I mean, there's so many things. It's just weird things that, like, especially with the returned items, that people, you see that they returned it. It's like, you returned a tube of toothpaste? It's like, really? Yeah, I mean, I don't. Unusual, that's a tough one because there's a lot of, there's probably, this is a, what's this show rated? I can tell you all kinds of.
Well,
I'm sure he
trying to
gets
keep
some
it
adult
PG.
products.
Yeah,
on
definitely
some of those
adult
pallets.
products.
Okay. All right.
That was my
That's
first
probably
Okay.
some of the unusual stuff, right?
Well, I'm hoping
I,
that
I,
it is.
Hopefully those
I
aren't
do know the
returns.
most unusual, but I'm just not sure it's probably something I should talk about right now.
Big rubber fist.
We're going to talk about that off the air. How about that? Movie night with JL Media. We are live on a Thursday night. It is opening night for Stephen King's It, right here at Hamilton 16 IMAX. And I'm excited, Mitch.
Me too, man.
Not just from Bub's Liquidation. I'm excited about Stephen King.
I am too. I'm glad to see, I would like there to be more good Stephen King movies than bad ones.
And that would be nice. But
And it is my favorite. This movie is my favorite Stephen King movie.
okay. It's a
I'm
bit-
really anxious to see it.
If you count, I guess Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah.
Now
when it came out, Christine was the bomb.
yeah.
I love Christine.
Classic.
I did.
Book's awesome.
I think the book went too far, though.
Really?
Yeah, I think the movie was good.
The movie was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I said Misery. I think I forgot about that one. I think I'm going to have to switch it.
Well, then there was stuff like, what was it, Trucks? What was that?
Maximum Overdrive.
Maximum Overdrive.
Maximum
There you
Overdrive.
go.
The Salem's Lot is good. Dead Zone's good.
See, I enjoyed
Shining's
Salem's
good.
Lot. I like the original better than the remake. That was good with David Soul.
Pet Cemetery.
Of
That's
course,
what I was
Pet
going to say,
Sematary.
Pet Cemetery.
That was
Pet
a
Cemetery is scary. It's still scary.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wrecked me when I was 4 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
phenomenon. You were 4 years old. Of course it
A
did.
preschool
Did you-
teacher
Oh, yeah.
never should have done that.
I don't think I've seen it all the way through. I think I get the EBGBs and turn it off.
Yeah, that was just, that creeped
Nick,
me
at
out.
first
I played with Mommy, and then I played with Jed. Now I'm going to play with you,
That
Daddy.
kid was creepy, wasn't he, when they combed his hair back?
Oh, yeah.
Scary
you-
kids are the worst, man.
Did you have a cat when you were 4 years old and watched that movie?
I did. I had
See?
a big white cat named Johnny, but he didn't live long.
He didn't live long. You could have left that out.
Oh, sorry. Well, I guess I should have said he was a she. So
Oh, my
Oh.
God.
no, I'm
wow.
trying
That
to- I'm
answers
trying to
a lot of
say,
questions.
We are not.
I was
There's no
trying to
breaking
make-
news on movie night tonight.
but
That
they're
is
not
not true.
parallel.
Johnny, you
I don't
ferocious
question your
she-cat, you.
masculinity, sir.
Oh, where do I go from here, man?
So we got some. I had a couple things, and I wanted to talk to you about this, in case anybody out there and amongst our listeners had opinions. But we've got in November we've got Thor and Justice League.
yes, we do.
It's produced by Jerry Bruckheimer, called Horse Soldiers, about some guys in Afghanistan, some operators.
Okay.
February. This is one we can't miss. This is 50 Shades Freed. We got to have another 50 Shades party.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Mandy. All right, we're gonna have to talk to Mandy about that. We're gonna.
All right.
Yeah, we got some pure romance people that work with us. I'm sure we can
50
get that
Shades
going
of
again.
My Little Ponies.
February is also
Whoa.
Black Panther, which I'm super excited about.
Yes, we do.
Okay. And then March, we've got A Wrinkle in Time, which I know everybody read that when they were 11 or 10 or whatever. A Tomb Raider reboot.
You're kidding. Wait, about both of them. Yeah, Tomb Raider reboot.
Who's Lara?
I don't know. I saw it today and I wrote it down for my notes for today. I was like, I have to look into that because Lara Croft is always good news, right?
For sure.
I mean, they can't, they're not going to get the wrong kind of person to play Lara Croft. I guess I'll put it that way. And then April, we've got New Mutants, another Marvel movie. And here's the question, and this is what I've been building up to by rattling off all these things. A remake of Overboard or Super Troopers 2? You know how I feel about Overboard.
Well, Super Troopers is gonna. I was gonna be.
How do you feel about
stupidly
Overboard?
funny.
We have not talked about this.
Overboard is like the breakfast cereal of movies. The worst bowl I ever had was Wonderful. I love Overboard.
I do too.
Is
I
it better
Big,
than chocolate
huge
pudding?
fan.
Chocolate pudding.
Is it better than chocolate pudding?
I'll tell you what. I give it at least 3.5 pudding cups.
And you got to give the movie props. I mean, a young Goldie Hawn was something.
Sure.
And that movie was so good.
Well, and the premise is so messed. Like, the thing I'm afraid of is I'm afraid that they're not going to be able to get away with what they got away with in that movie. Mm-hmm. I mean, because it's like it's not really okay. What he does is not okay.
Right.
But it's fun. This has got Anna Faris in it.
Oh no. My mic was on. Now, Anna,
Anna, if
Faris,
you're-
people are going to be.
Apologies to
emailing
Anna, a
me.
longtime listener of the show.
I did not want to get sued here, Anna. I'm just kidding. I know you listen.
She was my favorite house bunny.
We're just washing cars and being sexy. Oh my God! It's sad that I can even quote that line from the movie, man.
Now,
Tommy
what about
Lee
Super
Jones
Troopers
rocks.
2?
Yeah, I mean,
Did you like the first Super Troopers?
you know, it was what it was. It was intentionally stupid. Yeah.
Meow.
Am I the only stoner comedy guy here?
No.
I love it. Love it. Cannot
It
wait.
was good.
Dan's
Dan,
a big fan, apparently.
Johnny, you need to go rewatch Super Troopers right meow.
right, meow.
Right meow.
Well, we still got some show to do. We're still doing some stuff here. I can't leave just yet. We got 15 more minutes in the show yet, and I guess that makes
And
perfect sense because
Stupid Funny is awesome too.
Sometimes.
Yeah. I
Okay,
like it all the time,
sometimes.
but whatever.
we're going to drug test Heather real quick. But
Like
You were the one
too
wa-
far. Like Dumb and Dumber. Sorry.
you
go
were
ahead.
you were the one wanting to do sausage party here on the show as well. So I guess that fits right in with your level.
Context, Johnny. The film.
But you
the
know,
film Sausage
I
Party.
was just not.
It
Yeah.
scared me.
I still haven't seen it.
I do love tacos though, but the movie scared me. I'm a huge fan of tacos.
I don't know. Afterwards, I tried to date a hot dog bun. It just didn't work out.
Got all soggy.
Oh.
See,
See, I
Mike is
like-
just
I
in
like-
your windows as
Yeah.
well.
I liked Stupid Funny like Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Silly.
That's campy
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know. I liked Sausage Party better than I expected to. I held out a long time, and
I did
No,
too.
I
did
hated
too,
myself
'cause
for
I was
laughing
really
out
afraid.
loud in the theater when I watched the thing. I'm like, this is so stupid. I mean, I wouldn't go see. Well, I'd go see it again if somebody paid for my ticket. I wouldn't pay to see it again. But you know how the movie come about. You know, a couple of stoners were walking
Had to
around
be.
the grocery store, stoned.
I'm with some hot
Playing with the
dogs and
food.
some
For
buns.
sure.
Yeah. Made millions
sure.
off of it.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely
Crazy world we live in.
want to just have my banana talk to my orange.
Thank God for capitalism, I guess, right?
I,
And here we are talking about Furbies and all kind of stuff.
That was
When it's-
ponies.
Yeah, okay. Movie night with JL Media is what we're doing. We're doing it live on a Thursday night. It's opening night for it. We're right here at Hamilton 16 IMAX, where we do it at least twice a month, Mitch.
Yes,
Nick,
sir.
Nick was very happy when he found out there was a bar here.
yeah,
There's
it's
a bar?
awesome.
Green Taps.
I was.
Right
I was
in
looking
front
for
of
some
us here.
tequila, but
We're working on that. We're,
Okay.
we're
To go
working on
with
getting
his
to a point where we can
Snapplins.
have a three-way license. So
A three-way what?
License. License.
you got to get a permit.
That's
for
a different
that?
kind of James Bond, my friend.
You always have to get permission. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that right now.
I'm only a 006. Two of you have to leave the room.
There's going to have to be a disclaimer on this episode. I can see it now.
Yeah, you know this is going to be
on
the one my
every other
corporation's
episode.
listening to and being like, we let him do what? Twice a month?
And how many pudding cups do you actually eat, Mitch?
He loves pudding.
Well, I'm on a diet right now.
How did that joke come about anyway? We were talking about some movie, and then you gave it the pudding
My
list.
buddies
gave
and I
it
used
the
to
pudding.
say, we used to say like when someone was a really good actor, it'd be like, oh man, I'd watch that actor just do nothing but eat pudding. It was also, there was the old joke. It was like, what's this movie about? Well, it's an art film. Oh, so it's cowboys eating pudding. I am alone. Butterscotch is my favorite. Like,
He is Mitch Ross, ladies and gentlemen. He's here every day. Tip your wait staff. Try to heal, right?
oh man,
You need a tissue? You crying a little bit?
a little bit.
I was getting nostalgic thinking about his old pudding list from back in the day.
He does have a pudding list.
My favorite pudding is tapioca.
Mine too.
Yeah.
Texture.
Yeah, but if it
And y'all
yeah.
picking at me about ketchups on cookies.
What
Tap-
the hell
That is
is
so
that?
ketchup
What-
on cookies.
I don't know, dude. It's like I don't
Yeah.
know, and
I
I
have
don't.
no
I try
idea,
not
but
to
I
look
love-
at it when I eat it because that'll
Or even think about it.
yeah, that'll break it apart for me, and I won't be happy anymore.
I hope nobody just came on now to listen to the show and is picking up these out of context jokes that we're throwing out here. Oh, God. I don't know what to say now. I don't know what we're...
So-
it's movie night. with
Johnny's at a
James
loss
Media.
for words. This could be a first.
So I got a question for everybody regarding it, since we can
Thank you,
we
thank
can,
you,
we can
thank
talk
you.
about the film. I feel like everybody's excited to see it. I'm kind of curious to see what everybody's excited to see, like what you're looking for out of the movie, what you're excited about, what you're into, what you're worried about.
I
And the
mine
hush
was
goes over
nothing
the
in
crowd.
particular. I'm just wondering if it's really going to be as scary as it seems.
Yeah,
Don't look at me like
Yes.
that, Dan.
Yes, he said.
that's
yeah,
tough.
but
That's
you
tough with horror
know,
movies.
you can watch a trailer, and it would look really scary, and it'd be really bad.
I've just been burned so many times by so many terrible remakes that I'm trying to
Thank you.
trying to just
Thank
hold
you.
out any expectation,
What's-
just
what's-
let it be a new
See,
experience.
I have an
and-
issue with remakes, and I've told them this several times. I don't like some of my movies remade. Period.
Some.
Because they ruined them.
Oh, yeah.
Well, what ruins it for me is when the trailer is absolutely phenomenal, and then you go to the movie and you
Oh, and
find
it's
out
horrible.
everything that was good in the movie is in the trailer, and the rest of it's just crap.
Yep, that's it.
Those are getting easier and easier to pick out nowadays for me. If I
I
watch
think
the
I
trailer,
drink
I'm
too
like,
much
oh,
'cause
well,
I shouldn't
I've
be-
seen it now.
You know how I am. We have to go to Rotten Tomatoes because they are the source. You know, the earlier one, Tim Curry, 62% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, some of that's nostalgia.
That's crap. 64 audience score. Now the new one, 90% Rotten Tomatoes. And of course, since it's just coming out, they
Yeah,
don't have
it's
an
early
audience
yet.
score yet. They've got a want to see, 97+%. People are wanting to see this movie without a doubt, for different reasons. Mike, do you want to see this movie at some point?
Well, at some point, I have
You
to.
got
He's
pa-
too busy
I'm
moving
I got
pallets.
pallets in the parking lot.
I
doesn't
have
he?
to admit, I'm not a big movie guy anymore, unless
my
it's
gosh.
unless it's taking my son to watch Batman or something like that. I literally just don't have time to watch movies much anymore. I'm actually going to Kokomo as soon as we leave here to deliver
Yeah.
more. So I mean, it's just nonstop.
The average American male only goes to see about 2 movies a year. I
Is
mean,
that-
that's
is that-
pretty typical.
Is that an actual
That's
statistic?
sad.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah,
that-
it's 1.8 actually.
think
That's
I'm a
the
little-
actual
Johnny
think
is
I'm a little
not in that.
No.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm under that because, like I said, I take Bubby, but I just don't. I mean, it's not that I don't like movies.
No,
but
I get it, man.
Well,
just
for
don't-
me, I didn't go for a long time, but especially being a single mom. I couldn't afford it.
Yeah, that's true too. It's
I
expensive.
really couldn't. And that's why I didn't go for a really long time. And then we started going a little bit more the past
Well,
couple years.
For me, it's time. You know, just
Well,
like
that
just like
too.
Mike here, I've got so much going on, I don't have time. But I'm gonna be very honest with everybody out there. There is nothing like watching a movie in the theater
Yeah.
like it's
Nothing.
supposed to be
Right.
seen.
If it's
uh,
something you really, really want to see, go do it in the theater.
Everything is so accessible. You know, you can watch them on your phone now.
Yeah.
You know, you can download them in an app and all this crap. And you know, of course, at home on the small screen. But there's nothing like a theater to see a
And I
movie.
think that's why with it, I think that's going to be a big one because that's one you want to see on big screen.
I tell you, I watched it in our GDX house today because it's available on IMAX and GDX. And
oh, the
I didn't have-
GDX is so nice.
yeah, the GDX is
That's
an,
where we saw Beauty and the Beast.
is an Atmos, so it's like they're in. I don't want to say too much, but there's a scene where the sound matters, and you know, with that Atmos surround system, the speakers
Oh,
are
it's
right above you and stuff.
amazing.
So like floorboards are creaking, and you can hear things crawling in the walls. It's like, oh,
I got goosebumps already.
Oh, I did too.
yeah.
Thanks, Mitch.
GDX. Somebody help me
GDX
out.
is the new mega. You know, when Dolby was the big
Explain
thing
it.
years ago.
Okay.
Explain it, Mitch.
GDX is our giant digital experience. So we wanted to have a premium experience that was our brand, and so we put in a large floating screen and Dolby Atmos surround sound, state of the art. You know,
Most
picture
speakers
and-
everywhere.
yeah. It's a really good sounding room. It's one of my favorite places to watch a movie. I love IMAX too. I'm a big IMAX fan. I love our IMAX screen. I think it's cool.
You have the D box as well.
We do.
I still have not sat in those.
Why not?
I don't know
She's
because
scared.
we
We're
come
gonna do
in,
that. We're gonna do that today.
I'm always scared that. Okay, let's do that.
Okay. And yeah, so we try to stay on top of the technology and bring stuff in for people. A couple of our theaters, we got a new style of processor, and it's really impressive too, as far as like putting audio into the room. So you know, we do our best to make sure we're always bringing that kind of stuff in and always improving the experience.
I will say, my old boss used to drive from Franklin to here just for those D-box seats.
Yeah, I mean for the Star Wars premiere, we'll have people who come here from Kentucky and from Ohio. They'll
Really?
drive past other IMAX theaters. They're just a really, I mean, we got a really loyal audience, and they love coming out here, and they're a lot of fun.
Well, the theater's amazing, so.
Appreciate that.
What was that, Johnny?
I'm not certain.
Is your microphone going to come flying off?
I was worried about yours, but Dan was back there taking a picture. As soon as he clicked it, something popped on the...
We got our own photographer now.
It is movie night with JL Media. We're right here for the premiere of it. Nick, where can we find you online, brother?
Oh boy, well, the website is not yet up and running, so just social media for the time being.
You know, a lot of people are just staying on social media and not
I
doing
am.
the full
That's what
website
I do.
thing.
So can we
Yeah.
order this stuff just from you?
I mean, as of right now, the only
Can I
way
be like,
you can
dude,
order...
can I come pick some up?
Yeah, send me a message through Facebook, and I mean, if,
I'm on my
if it's a
way.
big enough quantity, I'll hand deliver it.
Yeah, well,
but
dude, you could sell it by pallet.
Yeah, I was going to say, how about a pallet?
yeah, Mike, let's talk later.
How about a whole galer full of
Oh
of your
boy,
chips?
that's a whole lot of pork grease.
I'm thinking these would go really good in some men's baskets of men's body products. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Oh, I see a partnership
Holidays
forming.
are
See
around.
coming
that?
up.
That just
Holidays are
happened
coming.
right there.
Well, everybody knows what to get me, just a 30-pack of PBR with a bow on top, and I'm good with that.
With a bag of these.
Where are you on Facebook, brother?
That's just Hinton's Pig Chips on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Not that I use any of them real consistently or well, but I'm there.
Yes, I was asked if we had an Instagram earlier today by someone, and I told them I had no idea.
Yes,
And she
we
said,
have
yes,
one,
here it
Johnny.
is. Yeah. Well, I know that we have one, but it's for the other shows. So, yeah. Mike, where can we find you, brother?
Basically the same thing. Bub's Liquidation Exchange,
I'm
just like it
looking you
sounds,
up.
as our Facebook page has been really growing pretty fast. It's actually amazing. I'm still kind of in shock. When we started figuring out that that we needed to wholesale, basically a lot of the stuff was stuff we were throwing away that was still good
Right.
stuff, but you buy so much of it that a lot of inventory can be an asset until it's a liability, and it's just there all the time.
As your cover photo shows.
Yeah, lots of stuff. And so it's
How do you come up with your pricing? Like this pallet is $300.
Oh,
and
that's
how-
that's actually funny. People ask me, and that's so hard because I had no idea how I was going to do this, how I was going to sell wholesale. I said, I'd sold a few pallets to people, but I'm like, let's try some Facebook, and it's amazing. I mean, people, especially like the garage sale. That's the thing. There's so many. It's such easy, not easy, but there's good money in it.
Sure.
And I don't discount anyone that sells this stuff now. I mean, I know at first people, because we did all eBay and that kind of thing, and the numbers can be astronomical, but people would come up and they were buying pallets and said they just did garage sales out of their garage on Saturday and Sunday, and I'm like, oh, they're gonna buy one pallet and never see them again, and they're spending like $2,000 every Friday, and I'm like, how do you?
Hey.
So you just don't. I mean, you just don't know, but it's definitely. I would say there's garage sailors, flea markets. I mean, if anybody wants, that's the thing too. I'm trying to partner with in sustainability, I guess. I'm trying to help people not make some of the same mistakes that we have.
Sure.
Especially like with the online thing. I mean, like my partner and my best buddy, Aaron, he's probably he taught me everything on eBay, and probably one of the most knowledgeable people in the entire world on eBay.
Start
and-
teaching classes.
He's talked about that. He wants to do seminars, I
Webinar.
believe
Yep.
is what he calls them.
And Bub's Liquidation.
Mhm.
It's really that simple. Just Google it or
Just
search
look
that.
up on
Liquidation
Facebook and-
Exchange.
Yeah, absolutely. And you asked about pricing. To be honest with you, I do put some prices on them. Really, we have so much stuff. We just need to move it. So
Yeah,
if-
just ask.
Yeah, like the more you can help us move, the price gets way better. I mean, I don't know, maybe $400 for a pallet, but when you buy 5 of them, it could be $1,000. I mean, it just goes that much drastically when
Very cool.
just to help us move stuff. So just ask. Don't be scared ever, because I'll bring it right to you. But you see it, you can open it up, check it out. No obligation, and you'll never have to buy anything until you've been able to see it and check it out. We're just trying to be honest. I know it's different. We're trying to change the game a little bit.
Well, that's kind of cool. I
There we
know
are.
a lot of people who are very vested in the online retail market as secondhand sellers, especially
Huge.
on Amazon and other places. So, I mean, it solves a problem for them as to where they get their wholesale items to retail online, and that's it's a cool business model.
Yeah, if you can find someone to trust, and that's why I remember when Aaron, we were talking one night, and he's like, "Where do you see the vision of this, the wholesale division?" I said, "I actually, why do we want to try to keep up with everybody else? Let's let them start. Let's do something different." I see a vision of us actually changing the game, taking it to the next level, where we're trying to, like you said, the business model is completely different. Nobody's ever done this. Nobody's running around all the time delivering pallets, taking them to your door. A showroom at your front door.
Don't compare yourself to other people. I did that when I first started. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Do your own thing.
And let's find out where that is. Where is Heather?
You can find me on
Website. Thank you.
Facebook, Into the Woods by Heather.
There
You
we
can
go.
find me on
Forgot
Instagram.
who
And
you
you
were
can
for a
find me
minute.
on jlmedia.com too.
That's right. What about the theater, Mitch?
You can find me around here. GoodrichQualityTheaters.com. Don't forget to go to the events page. And remember, if you're looking at showtimes and stuff, to always click on the advanced tickets tab to see what we have available. You can get your tickets for Thor Ragnarok now. I'd be looking for Kingsman soon. We've got, if you're looking for family films, we've got Lego Ninjago movie, the aforementioned My Little Pony movie, and some other stuff coming up. Lots of action movies and dramas this time of year, so we're going to have a little bit for everybody. So check it out, and we'd love to see you up here.
There you are. It's not only the movies that we do, guys. There's a lot of movies coming through here every single week. Mike, Heather, Nick, thanks, guys.
Hey,
Thank
thanks.
you.
Thank you,
Thanks for having
Johnny.
us.
Mitch, until next time.
Yes, sir.